Hello, Springer back. I'm just going to blast through this today. I've already stuck camera backwards. Already stuck the wood on that end. Sorry, let's show you that properly. Actually worked out alright with the odd sheet. It's hardly even noticeable that it's slightly thicker, but it might work out nicely to have the thicker material when I'm putting the shelf in the corner. Right, I'm going to get on with it. Alright, well, I've put the first coat of paint on it, and I figured while that's drying I would just make my shelf. So I've just reclaiming the old shelf that used to be the other end. So I've whacked in that support, which is connected to this board here and into the corner, right through into the actual corner support beam of the garage, and then a few into just the thicker board. So I'm going to whack a piece, chop a piece there. This stuff's 4-inch, 3 inches thick, just the wood panel, so I can screw straight into there, and then cut my top, screw it down, and then chuck this kiddie on there. You can tell I'm a scaffolder because at home I've got a 1 metre spirit level and a 1-inch spirit level. I must have 10 spare spirit levels at work for scaffolding, which are all like a foot long. I just haven't got one at home. So anyway, that did the job good enough for what I'm doing. Right, I've framed out the support for it. It's only going to have the support on each side, but that's going into some 3 inches of wood there. These have got 6-inch screws going right through everything, so it should be solid enough to hold that with, once I've cut that bit of countertop and screwed it on. So I'm just going to give that a coat of paint now while I've got the opportunity. I did actually consider moving the 2 toolboxes right to the end and having the extension of the counter thing worktop there, but the reason I haven't got these at the end is if anything's sat there you can't open the drawers. So I think that's the best solution. Leave it as it is, and then I can use top and bottom for storage. Right, got that painted, and I've got a second coat of paint on the whole wall. I'm going to go and cut the top to size now. That's done. I think that's sturdy enough. It's not going anywhere. So let's chuck this box on it. There you go. Perfect. I'll put my what do you call them down there? Fuel cans. Fuel cans there. Electrical box there. Let's see what wood I've got left over. I might actually do, looking now, if I'm going to have those, sorry, moving the camera around all over the place. If I'm going to have those probably there, I'm thinking if I could maybe make another shelf in the corner to put my crash helmet on and the heater, because they always seem to be the odd things out. I mean, I could leave my crash helmet indoors in the utility room, I suppose, but I don't know, sort of works in here. Yeah, I might see what I've got. There's running out of scrap wood, but there's still some here, so yeah, let me think on that. Cup of tea and a muse. Well, I haven't even had my cup of tea yet, but I'm already thinking I maybe need to reapproach this. I figured I'll just stick them on the floor, because they are a bit of a, they're really awkward when you're hanging them up. They get all tangled, but it is out of the way, and they can be hung up at a later date. I'm now thinking, why didn't I just bring this shelf worktop all the way along here. I've got plenty of materials. I can put more support there, and then I would have to put a leg on this corner and just bring the whole thing through, and then I could put this here where I can open it and get to it, and I could put stuff like this in the corner bit, and then that's underneath, and then I can put shelves up when I need later. You know, I think that's where I'm going, but I haven't actually got the exact right materials for that length. Well, I've got that bit of countertop which would fit in. I could make it work. I could make a leg out of that doubled up. I'm just using, obviously can't really get to the DIY shops, and I just like making everything out of recycled stuff. I haven't even used any new screws. I mean, okay, I bought these screws years and years ago. In fact, I didn't even buy these screws because they were Torx bits, which are not. Yeah, anyway, they're Torx bits. There's about 1,000 of these. I didn't actually buy these. These were sent to us wrong at work. They're supposed to be posi drive for work. And they sent us these, and I was going to send them back, and they said, I'll just keep them. So I brought them home, and I get through loads of these little T20, 25s, 20s, whatever size they are. Anyway, waffling. Yeah, get a cup of tea. I'm going to think about this. Ideally, I'd like one piece of wood or countertop or something across there to make it look nice. Yeah, let me think on that one. Right, well, I've had to have a word with myself and use the materials I've got. So I've decided to put a second shelf up there for these. When I've got more materials in future, I can extend this, maybe extend that, maybe have 2 shelves there, whatever. But for now, just need to use the stuff I've got. So that shelf is going to go up there. I'm just going to paint the brackets. Well, that's all that's left from the adventure. That'll be going on the bonfire. And this is what I've ended up with. That's fine for now. I will get some more. Like I said, I will find some material to bring this worktop out because it's wasted space. Then that can sit there where I can open it, and then I'll possibly extend the shelf as well. But that seems to work up there. Somewhere to put my crash helmet and my heater. But yeah, for now, with the materials I've got, I seem to be pretty much set up in this tiny 8-foot by 13-foot shed that I call my garage. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. So that's one big task done. It's just so much nicer with some paint on the walls. Alright, that's it. Thanks for dropping in while I was doing this. And no doubt next time I'm at work I'll find some more materials and end up redoing the corner. So, but it's all good fun. So little waste left of what I had. I'm really pleased with that. And it's a bit nicer in here. Ceiling, like I said yesterday, ceiling really needs brightening up. It's pretty horrible. But the electrics need doing as well first. And I'm going to put LED lighting in here, and I'm not going to have it hanging down in the middle. I'm going to have it probably in each corner or whatever. That's in the future. So yes, electrics need sorting, need making safe. Although they are safe, but not safe like they should be. everything's fused, but it's one extension lead running off the house, and then everything's running off of multiple extension leads. Everything's fused. I've got RCDs, but it really isn't ideal. Electrics, another skin on the roof, like I said, on the top. Some sort of skin on the inside, on the ceiling, some LED lighting. I wouldn't mind doing something with the floor now, either painting it with some concrete paint, or doing what Mackie Base did and just getting some old carpet tiles from an office. We've probably got some at work, to be honest, in the offices there. You know, used ones that they replace. So yeah, I'd sort of quite fancy some carpet tiles in here. At least you can take them up and swap them if they get whatever, oily, burnt, ripped. So yeah, I just want to make the place a little bit more homely. I know it's just a workshop, but it's done well, really. I was just reading on the floor. I think I mentioned it yesterday. The 4th of the 8th, 07. I've got my daughter Holly's signature in the concrete this end, and I've got Ryan, the next door neighbour. I get his signature at the door end. Ryan's grown up and got his own family and his own children now, but he was probably about 11 or 12 years old when I concreted this floor, and I'd literally just moved here. I'd moved here in May, and by August I was building this garage. I had at the time I had a bandit, another bandit, and it lived in the dining room until I built this thing. I built this all out of reclaimed materials, apart from fasteners I had to buy. All of this came from building sites I was working on, because at the time I used to scaffold on civil sites. So all of the wood, everything on there, even all the roof felt, the damp proof cores, everything on here, in here, was reclaimed. And I had to buy the concrete, but I mixed. What did I do? I mixed this concrete myself. I didn't even have a concrete mixer at the time. I've got use of one now. I mixed all of this concrete in a wheelbarrow, and I laid it all in a day, and I did it in 6 slabs. Sorry, I laid it in 2 days. There's 6 slabs. So I did 3 slabs, like 1 slab, middle slab, end slab, all shuttered off one day, and then the next day I took the shuttering out and did the opposite, whatever, the 3 other ones. It came out alright. It's functional. I went mad. It's 12 inches thick, and there's another foot of hardcore and rebar underneath. All the hardcore, all the rebar was all reclaimed from sites. Didn't cost me a penny, but I wanted to get this off of the ground so that it wouldn't go damp around the bottom. And it's probably about 8 or 9 inches off of the ground, and there's actually a foot of concrete in there. And then I did all the damp proof course and everything, and it's one thing I've never had problems with in here is any damp or any leaks or any moisture. So I obviously got something right. I just didn't make it big enough, but you know, it serves me well. Right, that's enough. I'll see you whatever it is next time. I survived the clippers. Cut my treble chin about 50 times because it was brand new sharp blade, so it kept digging in, but the edge soon goes off it. So yeah, I survived the clippers last night. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling. I'm going to chill out now for a bit and just look at my bike and dream of going out riding. So peace and love. Hope you're all staying well, and I'll see you next time with whatever going on. And there's a big blue bottle.